Good afternoon. It's April 20th, 2020. It's a beautiful spring afternoon here in sunny Southern California amid the COVID virus. And yes, I am sitting outside on my patio. And as you can see, behind me is a swamp cooler, and behind me is a planter that I made when I first moved here in 2016. And I'm out here in the cool California air. So, I'm from Phoenix Natural Health. I have a master's in Oriental Medicine. And I have specifically avoided any videos at this time. Why? Because you're getting hammered on the news. You're getting hammered on everywhere you can think of about COVID-19. Stay inside, wear your mask, and all that stuff. And so basically there's nothing more I can add. So what I've been doing with my time is, like the rest of you, I've been staying mostly inside my house, maybe going out once a week, once every 10 days, 2 weeks or so to go shopping. I do take short walks with my mask, of course. And so what am I doing with my time all hunkered in the four walls? Well, yeah, I'm watching movies and reruns and reruns and reruns and reruns. Oh, yeah. Playing video games on my phone. Oh, yeah. But also, I've been finding greater focus to study for my acupuncture board exams. I think I've been doing more studying in the last 30 days as far as a concentrated study than I've done since I started school. I've always been a great student. Ha, ha, ha. You haven't seen that one when I was in the master's program. But I've been finding myself recapturing that part of me, the focused intent student, working for this test called the California Acupuncture Licensing Exam, and then the 4 tests regarding the NACCOM. Probably butchered that one, didn't I? But the thing is, the point I'm trying to make is taking cognitive advantage of this time. You know, yeah, I've had my distractions. Of course, we all have. We've all been bored out of our gourds. But I find that boredom to be actual energy. You know, I've been more looking at turning my blocks into the material for my road, for my future. What else have I been doing apart from studying? Well, I've been more focusing on learning to play the piano. I've been very blocked with that one. I'm just not 6 years old anymore. I'm 58, and so I've got to recapture that little 6-year-old girl and her piano. So that's something I've been working on, learning how to play my piano, focusing on my basic skills, like my scales and my arpeggios and all that stuff that have been boring the hell out of me, and now I'm finding greater interest and greater pleasure in that. Oh my gosh. What's happened to this woman? What about focusing about the community, which is partly what this video is about? Yes, I've been making masks and failing miserably because I have never sewn a stitch apart from by hand a day in my life. Killed my sewing machine. I was trying to clean it because it kept bunching up on the bottom and working with the tension, and then I took the bobbin part apart, and yeah, that was all she wrote. I need real help now to get that bugger running, especially since I lost one of the screws. Yeah, nice to do things that you know what you're doing, huh? Instead of trying to figure it out. Well, learning. So anyways, a couple of the things that I've noticed is, I don't want you guys looking up my nose when I go up like this. Don't need to see my boogies. Yes, this is live, uncensored, uncut, and hopefully some fun here. And I'll make more videos as I go along as I scratch my little nose here. Oy vey, this poor woman. Anyways, back on target here. I got this email, which was from a Christian, and about a vision that he had years ago about this time, and he was looking at Isaiah 24:10, where all over the world there's no merriment, no parties, everybody is sad and hunkered down. But what is the world doing right now? But according to that scripture in Isaiah, they're supposed to become an awakening and renewal. So as I'm looking at David Wilcox, he says the same thing, awakening and renewal. I'm looking at what I am feeling. I'm feeling awakening and renewal. You know, as I personally am in my home, obeying the rules, hunkered, bored, like the rest of you, I'm also getting inspiration, like these flashes. Now you know why I'm hunkered. I'm not sick, but I do have a chronic cough, so I can't mess with it. So we've got you know, we get inspiration, flashes. I had this really intense flash about putting essential oils into a mask, and I did an invention, sent it off. I've got my patent pending status to put essential oils onto a mask. I have a specific invention for that. So anyways, so as I'm sitting here trying to make this go forward with that flash of inspiration, oy vey, you can tell I've never sewn a stitch with a sewing machine in my life. It shows quite well in the prototypes I'm making. Got the idea, but I can't sew worth a damn. I got a new sewing machine. A little tiny little bugger is so cute. Yeah, that's about my speed here. It's basically a toy, but it works one stitch straight. Can't screw that up too horribly so far. So far I haven't anyway. But the point is to take that flash of inspiration you get at this time and put it into action. Because that could be the very conception of your future. So I'm working on that. The conception I had in 2008 with Yehuda Freshman, who was treating me at that time. I was very, very sick, nutty as a bedbug. Still am a little bit. But that flash of inspiration to become an acupuncturist. So the lack of confidence and the blocks of who I am, can I do this? Are you absolutely nuts for going for something like that? That's getting blown away, and I'm getting more confidence as I focus and study at this time. The piano has been the same thing. It was taken away from me when I was 8 years old, sold because I wasn't practicing enough. I'm going to repeat that with my fingers. I wasn't practicing enough. Well, when you're 8 years old and have got all the focus of a flea, right. But you know what? That was where my parents were at that time. And I have the opportunity now to take it back. And as I focus and practice, I'm enjoying it. I don't hear that broken-hearted little girl as much. And when she comes out, I visualize myself holding her and saying, here's your piano, let's play. Inner healing. So this is what this COVID-19 thing is doing for me. Inner healing. It's helping me get confidence. Confidence in my future. I am reading and studying what I am going to do when I have my license and I can actually start treating people. I'm going to have to focus hardcore on COVID-19 prevention, treatment, and the sequela of people who have been sick. There's all kinds of webinars and stuff from really, really amazing, experienced acupuncture and natural health professionals on this. How about an invention to help give a botanical barrier against disease? What is your inspiration? Are you getting inspired to write your book? What is your inspiration? Are you getting inventions right now? Are you getting healing of past blocks? What is COVID-19 doing? Apart from you sitting bored, picking your nose, and watching Jerry Springer. Okay? You know what? I'm seeing the horror of this. Okay, I am absolutely seeing exactly the fear that everyone else is seeing, but I'm also seeing the hope. I am seeing the healing that can come from this. And the question that I have for you today, are you hearing this from anybody else? All you hear on the news is how many have died. 5 people died today. Yeah, well, how many have died of cancer? You don't hear a word. How many have died from previous flus? Honey, I was hospitalized and almost died from RSV, which is supposed to be a childhood respiratory virus. This doesn't mean we don't take this seriously. We do. I posted a video, which I'm going to put the link into this video, about the Spanish flu. And it was published a year before COVID-19 ever came out. But you know what? They did the same thing. They hunkered. They isolated. Businesses closed. Families were completely eliminated. Think about this. In the Spanish flu in 1918, while World War I was going on, whole families died out. That was 100 years ago. That's not too far out, is it? 100 years ago is pretty close history, is it not? Whole families died from the flu. Whole communities died because of the flu. Businesses shut down. People moved out. All right, do we want this to happen here? So the stay-at-home orders, guys, it's important. I know there are people that are tired of hunkering down and they're having now riots and all kinds of craziness and demonstrations about cabin fever. I want to go out and go shopping. Yeah, so do I. But you want to know what? I want to live and go shopping. So personally, what I am doing, my personal treatment plan with somebody with COPD, severe diabetes. I've already died twice from respiratory infections. Okay, I don't need to go around that block again. So integrative medicine is important. That means the Western doctors are doing their thing. But you know, according to Hippocrates, food is medicine. Imhotep, food is medicine. Maimonides used food as medicine. These guys are great physicians. Another thing is do no harm. That means what you put in your body shouldn't hurt you. So if we're trying to build our immune systems, if we're trying to fight this virus and build an immunity against it, then we can't have sugar, because sugar feeds viruses and mold and other things which attack our immune systems. It suppresses your immune system. I'm going to put links now, guys, okay? Research. Okay, another thing is that in China, you know, they have stuff that has been successful, so we're going to discuss that academically. Again, I'm not going to discuss it specifically here, but I will put links for you to academically search and do your own homework. Okay? Different herbal formulas work. Ying Ping Feng San and Shai Chao Hu Tong are 2 formulas, which I'll put the links in, that seem to work well together in the preventative phase. Other research is showing that vitamin C, zinc, and vitamin D3 can also seem to help. Again, do your own research. This is academic only right now. Okay? That's what I personally am doing. Personally, I put essential oils on my mask. Okay, and once again, now I'm using my little invention here, which is just a pouch for an essential oil. Okay, now I'm not putting it directly into the mask. What I'm doing is I'm using my little invention, and I'm specifically using honeysuckle oil or tea tree oil. And there's others which, according to research, seem to be effective, you know, seem to have history and scientific basis for being beneficial against viral infections. Okay, so again, I'm going to put those links in there. You do your own homework. But that is what I am doing. I can't tell you what to do. But I will tell you what to do in that follow the CDC advice. Follow your state and local government. As much as this seems to be, violating our constitutional rights, actually, I believe that they're supporting us surviving a potentially deadly situation. They're trying to avoid the history of corpses being hauled out of homes and burned or buried in mass graves like what we have seen in the past. They're trying to avoid this. Okay, this is not Nazi takeover. Okay, but definitely stay up on the politics. Look at what people are saying. Do your own homework. The point of whether this virus came from China or from some stockpile is irrelevant. What is relevant is what are we going to do with our future? Follow those visions of inspiration to write your book. Follow that vision of inspiration to write your song. Follow that vision of inspiration for a new positive invention. Okay? Go out and exercise in your patio. That's what I do. Yes, I go take a walk on the street with my mask. But guys, we got to be smart here. Look at your history. I'm going to post on from the History Channel about the 1918 Spanish flu. What did it do to this country? This is what they're trying to avoid. What did they do with the bubonic plague when it ended? They used essential oils. Thieves' oil is what they called it. And it's a blend. But they put that on their mask, and it helped at that time. So you've got to do your research and see, is this what you want to do now? Personally, I am. I'm using my essential oils on my mask. But I'm actually doing it a little differently because of the materials that our masks are made of. You see, essential oils will dissolve synthetic fibers. So it can make a toxin if you put an essential oil directly onto nylon or polyester or microfiber. That's why I have another plan, which I will introduce to you when it is time. So please follow your positive inspirations. Actually get out and look around and see how amazingly our environment's cleaned up with us being hunkered down. Gratitude. There is positive here. Work on your health, your nutrition. Stop the junk food. If anybody goes out of business, guys, let's work on our health and put the junk food people out of business, and let's support the healthy food like the celery and the carrots. Right? Those guys. The people that produce our blueberries. Right? Our spinach. Let's focus on our whole single item diet. Stay healthy. Zinc, I use vitamin D3, zinc, vitamin C, and a lot of vitamins. My B's and my ginseng and all that stuff. Ginkgo biloba, because of the diabetes, I don't want to have a stroke, so I do a lot of ginkgo biloba. So in conclusion, this is Dorothy Carlson from Phoenix Natural Health. This video is for education, inspiration, and discussion only. I am not promoting any health or nutritional advice. You guys stay well, be healthy, and like everybody says, we will get through this together. Make your flashes of inspiration into a reality. All right. God bless you today and have a wonderful day.